How do you want to be remembered? What matters to you in this whole discussion of what do you want people to think of?
Um, that it's. I've always said that I wanted to be remembered as a player that didn't waste a moment. So if I could be remembered as a person that was born with a lot of talent, but did everything he could to try to overachieve, and lived every day as if he was the 12th guy on the bench. I think that's a very powerful message to have, and something that hopefully the players that are now and players that'll come later um, choose to embody as well.
Yo, 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 mga Insan! Welcome back to another special
Mm-hmm.
episode, another special Mamba episode of Insan's Out of Basketball with Intan.
And Jello, welcome back, mga
Mm.
Insub. And as Intan said here, is a special Mamba edition because we're talking about shooting guards.
Mhm.
And in the current basketball season that's coming up, 2025-26 here. So, Kobe was a shooting guard, and we're gonna talk about shooting guards here. And before we talked about the shooting guards, Dan, don't forget to like, to subscribe, be part of the Hoop family here, mga Insan. And we have a lot of stuff coming up, so be ready. Don't forget to push that notification button, Dan. Dan,
We have a
so
lot of exciting stuff, yes.
you did 24 shooting guards, right? We did
Oof.
24 shooting guards that we're gonna be putting in a tier list. Yes, sir. We
Yes.
haven't done anything like this, I think.
No.
Um, we're putting 24 players on a tier list. So what kind of like our tier list here? Is it like S rank,
Yes,
of
so
course?
yes, we have just the prototypical tier list. We have the S, the A, the B, the C, the D, and the F tier, man. The F
Ooh.
tier. We shall see who gets in the F tier, but I think
Okay,
we
before we kind of like put them
Mhm.
into tier list here, Dan. So let's just kind of like give a little bit of a context. How do we, how are you an S tier? How are
Mhm.
you D tier? How are you an F tier kind of thing? So how would you base kind of like our ranking here sa mga insan?
Me personally, I think it's just the overall impact you have on the team, how
Mm-hmm.
good you are. It's not really about how good the team is, but how much impact you are, how much impact you have on the team, how good of a player you are,
So
maybe
individually,
offensively.
yes.
Yes, it is an individual listing. How good you are as a player, how good you work with other players, and maybe not just your current floor right now, your current stats right now per se, but your
Potential.
projection, yeah, how good you can become, your potential. So that's how we are doing this tier list.
Yes, sir. So Tan, let's start with the first player here. Brandon Pujemski. Where would you put him in the ranking?
Let's go. Podjenski.
Pods.
Podjenski. Pods. Mr. Pods. You know what? He is a very good young player. You know, a lot of people believe that he can be the second coming of the new era of the Warriors
Mm-hmm.
basketball. So I think he deserves to be in the B tier. In the
Oh,
B tier.
interesting. Why would you put him in the B tier, first of all? I know you
First,
said
si Pods kasi feeling ko he's young. I think he is
a lot of
not
potential still.
that consistent yet for me personally to put him in the A tier. I think he still has a lot of reps to make. I don't He is a very sneaky defender, but I don't think he is a lockdown defender.
Mm-hmm.
So I cannot give him that. I don't think he is a good playmaker, even though you don't expect that from the shooting guard. But yeah, I think he is still very limited in what he can do, and the consistency is not there for me yet for him to move to A tier.
Um,
What is your reaction to
I,
that?
I, I'm honestly surprised. 'Cause to be honest, I was gonna put him at C. I'll be
Wow.
honest with you. I know that's my team here, the Warriors, but I was gonna put him at C. I think it's because the fact that there are days that I feel like if I'm the coach, I wouldn't really put him on my starting lineup. I would rather put someone
Wow.
else, kind of thing. And that's why I think, yes, he's still new. He's still kind of like still getting up to speed and all of these things. Pero I think I can see why you put him at B. I think it's because of the defending. I think that's what I'm getting at. You can kind of do both ends of the floor, and he can sneakily get like a triple double
Mm-hmm.
in nights, like very close to a triple double. And I think in terms of potential, he is definitely like in a good spot with with the coaching with Draymond and Stephen Curry. I can see why you put him at B, but
Mm-hmm.
again, I was gonna put him a little bit lower.
Wow.
Again, it's just because in terms of what we're gonna see here, spoiler alert, because Shay is here, is I just think I need to put him lower because that B tier list, there's a lot more player that deserves it, if that makes
Wow.
sense.
Wow. Okay.
Again, it's a tier list, so
Mhm.
you know,
We'll see. We'll see.
second player
But
Tan.
my boy Caruso from the LA Lakers. What do you think? Where
Caruso.
does he belong? Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll,
What are we,
oh boy,
20 2018?
I'm getting I don't
Ahead of
know.
yourself, man.
I miss my baldy, man. I miss my baldy, but where do you think Reeves belong, man?
Austin Reeves, AR-15.
Yes, sir.
Um, I didn't expect him to be that old already. 28, I believe, turning 28 in May. No, next May. So, how am I gonna put him in the same ranking as Pods and B? I'm gonna put him lower.
Up to you, man. It's your time. It's
I
your
think this is a B tier. A B tier. Because, he's consistently been a starting lineup, and I think during the time he is kind of like your second option in terms of scoring. I think that's the main thing. Is the scoring is really high. Let me see his points per game here. Um 20 points, 4 rebounds, and basically 6 assists and 1 steal in terms of
yep.
average. And that's definitely like a B tier. I think the main thing is the hustle. That's the main thing. And now we're talking about the Mamba mentality here. Is the hustle. I think he's the type of guy that would be on practicing. I think there was one clip where he was saying that he tried to beat LeBron, like to be earlier into practice. And I think that's the main thing. The Mamba mentality kind of. I think it's definitely B in terms of potential. I think that's why I'm a little bit iffy if I'm gonna put him at B. The potential. I think this is it. Unfortunately, like in terms of ceiling, I think it's just gonna. I wouldn't want to say deteriorating like right away. Hindi siya magiging worse in the next couple of like 2, 3 more years, but you don't see that potential to be a superstar. And I think at the end of his career, he's only gonna be a C player. But right now, he's a B player. I think. What do you
Yeah,
think, Dan?
I think I agree with this selection. I think maybe he's even better than Pods in
Just a
the current
little bit better. Yeah,
yeah, current state. And you know, Reeves can make his own shots. He can
that's the
create
main
his
thing.
own
Yeah.
shots. He can do his mid-range floaters, everything. But
Hmm.
like you said, he's very limited physically. He
Yeah.
is very limited defensively. So he has a very, very low ceiling,
Yeah.
but he's still a good player nonetheless.
He's
So,
definitely a good player.
by
Uh.
going to the next guy here,
Ooh.
Andrew Nemhard.
Andrew Nemhart. Where are you gonna put Andrew
Andrew
Nemhart then?
Nemhard.
We're just in the
Well,
finals.
yeah, one of the nicest, the nicest. I mean, when I say the nicest, I mean the nastiest guy with the handles, the shooting in the league right now. It's tough, man. I feel like
This B tier
I,
list is going
I
because I
feel
already
like
know you're
this
gonna put him on
is
B.
is this a S A B C D tier or is it a B tier list, man?
who will be?
But he is in the upper echelon of B tier, I think.
Ooh,
I
interesting.
I don't think I can put him in the A tier yet. He is also very limited in terms of maybe defensively or because if
Mm.
you struggle in the offense, what else can you offer as a player? That's what I see in him, and I don't think there's much in this game that he can improve on other
Are,
than maybe becoming more
are
consistent.
you putting him higher than Reeves though? Would you take Nemhart other than Reeves? If you're Lakers, would you do the 1-1 trade?
Oof. I don't think so. I think
In
uh
terms of fit, maybe Reeves fits better, maybe. But again,
yeah,
we're talking about
yes, but
individually.
also I value length a lot, and Nemhard is a little bit he's a little bit shorter, but as we saw in the finals, he actually stood his ground against SGA or who else was on that Thunder team. So I give him props because I feel like even though he is much shorter than Reeves, he
Mm-hmm.
actually plays better defense than Reeves. So
Yeah,
I
very
will
much
put
so.
him above Reeves in this B tier.
Ooh, okay. So our B tiers are just, are stacking up right here, man.
It's
Next guy here. I think this guy will break through this.
mhm.
Amen. Is it Amen? This is Amen, right?
Yes,
It's not
yes,
Asar because Asar is in
yes,
Detroit. Amen
yes.
Thompson of the Houston
Amen,
Rockets.
Thompson. Let's go.
Where would you put him?
No, this
Or is
is
it
yours.
me? Oh,
This
Amen.
is you.
You already know where we're gonna put him. We're gonna put him at A. This is something that I feel like I didn't want to have to think about too much. I think he's an A tier already
Wow.
because of just
Wow.
the defense and
Mm,
the fact that I feel like shooting guard wise, like with just looking at the names again that we're gonna see here in the list, he's one of the best defender in this list,
mm,
if not the best defender
mm,
in the list. Um, and he's young. Again, we're talking about ceiling too, right? We're talking about ceiling, and it's very rare na makakita ka ng shooting guard that would play defense because they that's kind of like their thing, right? And a lot of like defenders have kind of like fallen off. But the other main thing too, I think he showed in the last part of the season that he can score. Right? He
mm,
can be a go-to guy too. And it sucks that they lost and they needed a go-to guy, and that's why they got a go-to guy in their team, right? Because I think he has that potential, but it's just a matter of like he's not really touching the ball, doesn't really have that much place. But I think he can have that potential to be an offensive threat too. And that's why I'm gonna put him number one, man. Amen.
You know
Amen,
what?
Thompson.
You know what? I cannot disagree with you. He is an A caliber player, but I would put him in the lower echelon of A tier
Yeah,
only
definitely.
because offensively, I don't think he can offer much other than maybe cuts and
Well, the
offensive
biggest thing too
rebounding.
is the rebounds. He's close to 10,
Yes.
I believe. And
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that is offensive rebounds, but again, if you have someone who is very athletic and
Yeah,
can
that's a little crazy. Eight
that's
rebounds.
crazy, right?
And
And
plus he
again,
play defense.
and he
Yep.
plays defense. So it's definitely A. Lower A, I would say, maybe close to that mid A, but definitely definitely in the A tier here. Ne- Next
Okay.
guy here is definitely your guy.
Okay. This is definitely my
Alex
guy.
Caruso
Caruso, man, my baldy, man.
of the OKC
I
Thunder.
miss this guy a lot, you know. If referring dun sa sinabi mo kanina, if I would trade Nemhard to Reeves, I would do Nemhard and Reeves for Caruso right now.
Damn.
I will trade
So
those
where
players.
would you put him?
I would put Caruso in A tier. Caruso is an A tier, but I do think he played really lackluster in the finals run. He has some very questionable turnovers during that time, but the impact he has on defense in outside shooting a little bit, and then maybe in like I don't know, like just confidence, like leadership, because you've been there. he's up there with the shooting guards, and he might not look like it. You know, he might not. It might not feel like he should be in the A tier, but the impact he has on a team, it's my Baldi, man. He's an A tier. Come on now.
We look at numbers, Sam. We both look at numbers. Do you see these numbers? 7 points,
Mm-hmm.
3-ish rebounds, two and a
Mm-hmm.
half assists,
Mm-hmm.
1.6 steals, which is not bad, and point
Mm-hmm.
0.6 on blocks. This guy's a C tier, man. I unfortunately I will have to come back to you, and this guy's a tier C tier. Because again, we have so many other good players coming up right now, and I think this guy's a C, right? I know what he did in OKC. So their finals run was really important.
Mm-hmm.
But truth be told, Tan, I'll be the devil's advocate here.
Oh
I
no!
can take him out of that team, and they will
Wow!
still win that championship.
Wow! 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 That's big words, man. That's big
But let us
words.
know in the comments. I have
Yes.
to make this it
Yes.
spicy. Is Alex Caruso a city? Damn.
I don't know, man, but
No, no, you
if
can't.
if I know the only similarities that Lakers championship have and the Thunder championship had was one player, man, and that's my Baldy. And
Ooh,
I'm gonna
good
stood by
rebuttal.
him. He's gonna
Good
stay
rebuttal.
in the very low, but still a
And
high A tier. Let's go.
nice. All right. Next guy here, Tan. That
This
one,
guy, who's this guy, man? Who's this guy?
Aaron Neesmith of the Indiana Pacers. I can't say too much because I don't follow this guy, unfortunately.
Mhm. Yes.
So I'll let you handle this guy.
Oh, you want to pass me the ball
I'll pass you the ball, Aaron Neesmith. Where would you put him in the
Aaron
ranking?
Nesmith.
Because you told me about him a little bit before we start, and not gonna lie, I kind of have an idea on who this guy is, and just looking at the stats, of course. Again, I can't base it on stats only, but
You know what? I badly want to put him in the A tier, but I think he's gonna be in the higher echelon of B tier. He's in the higher B tier. I think he gives you a lot of things. He gives you
hmm.
some shooting, which I didn't know he had, and some defense. He was guarding the best players out of the wow out of the other team's best players. So he brings a lot, but I don't think he has that impact that I will put him in the A tier.
So
So he's
B
gonna
tier. He's
be
definitely B tier. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm not
yeah.
gonna say too much because I don't know the guy.
But yeah,
Tyler
you have the next guy. Yeah.
Tyler Hirotan is the next one in our list here. So again, we have 24 players, so we're not even halfway through. Tyler Hero of Miami Heat. This guy's an A tier. He is an A tier. We talked about players that can make their own shots. Tyler Hero. And the funny thing is I've seen this guy play in person. This guy is an A tier player. Can make his own, shots. And, after Jimmy left that team, he's definitely like your go-to guy, right? And I think what I see from him, he's starting to slowly build that passing, right? He's starting to be kind of like that point guard per se. I know he's more like a shooting guard, but he's the guy that he just needs a little bit more in terms of being able to pass the ball, and he's definitely an A tier player. And I might say this guy is on the top A of the list that we're gonna be talking about. Do you have
Okay. Yeah.
what do you think?
You know what? I'm not gonna say a lot because this video is getting longer once again. But Tyler Hero is basically Austin Reeves with more aura. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's the same player.
So he is Austin Reeves is B right now, so he's gonna be A player then.
So we just make it in the middle of, but that's what I think. But we should put
Where would you put him? You putting him at B too?
yes, he is a B
Hmm.
tier. He might be in the higher B tier, but he is not an A tier.
Well,
He's
we're
not
sticking him
like
to
my
A.
body, man.
We're not changing. We're sticking on the A tier, unfortunately.
Yes,
I
sir.
I
And
honestly think
now,
if you're Miami
yes.
Heat, you would keep Tyler Hero and not take Austin Reeves. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow. Okay. Okay, but it's time to talk about one of your guys once again.
Buddy,
Buddy Butters, man. Buddy Butters. Buddy Butters belongs in the C tier. We have our
ah,
first C tier. And
and you
that's
know
Buddy
what? I
Butters,
know
man.
what? I agree. I agree. This guy,
Buddy, this is me being kind. I wanted to put him in D or F, but
what?
you know what? He brings something to the table. He has some shooting. Shooting, that's it. That's all he brings to the table, and he has a lot of bonkers turnovers, bonkers shot selections. So you get the good with the bad, but he's a C tier guy.
It hurts because I think what really stands out is I'm not gonna say in terms of basketball IQ, but there's definitely a lot of turnovers in terms of the. But
Mhm,
he's this guy is top, not even top 10. I would say he's like top 5 in terms of like 3 pointers, right? In this list, and I think that's his biggest asset. But unfortunately, that's it. He
mhm.
he can't defend. He did play good defense in the playoffs, might I add, but he's definitely a C player. So, yeah. Next player here, Tan, that I'm going to be talking about is Chris
Mhm.
Middleton of Washington Wizards
Washington for washed.
for Wash. Unfortunately, I don't want to put him in that line. D tier, man. I really
Wow.
don't want to, but I think because
Wow.
he is in terms of what he did. Again, we're talking about right now in terms of what he did. He's definitely an A player.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely an A player, but
True.
I have to put him from where he is right now to be a D player.
Okay.
Just because injury wise, I'm not really entirely sure where he's gonna go. Right? I think he will be okay. That's the thing. He will only be okay in Washington Wizards. He's not gonna be the guy. He's not gonna be an impactful guy. But again, this is where I think Chris Middleton needs to prove himself wrong. What do you think?
I think medyo tama dun sa sinabi mo na in terms of what he did in the past,
These guys.
he's up there in the shooting guard tiers, but we don't watch Washington Wizards, so we don't know what he's doing out there. So
Yeah.
you're in detail, buddy. There's
D
a reason
D
you're in. Yeah.
definitely not watching this guy.
Definitely not watching the guy.
Definitely.
There's a reason you're in Washington, buddy. So that's all that is there. But moving on to the splashy guy, the other half brother from the Warriors, now the Mavericks, and Klay Thompson. You know what? He's an A tier.
What?
He is an A tier. And I
Okay,
said what I
okay.
said. Klay Thompson is what, like 1 year or 2 year removed from that injury he suffered.
Yeah, maybe more
But
than 2 years actually.
he's not the same player. He doesn't have the athleticism, the wiggle, but the shooting stroke is still there. He has a lot of questionable shot selections, but
Mm-hmm.
in terms of being a decent defender, having length, he is a very important piece to add to your roster, and he's still an A-tier player for me.
Yep. Yep. And dating Megan Thee Stallion. That's definitely an A tier right there.
That's that might put you in S tier
I might put you in S tier at some point.
if you
But that's
play
the
well
thing.
this season.
I think this next season will be definitely like an important part of his career. Just because of where he is right now. Like what he did last year, like basically just 11 points per game.
Mm,
And he is not the old defender we used to have. I mean, this guy was an S tier before. Right now,
mhm.
he is an A. Um, and where he's gonna go, he's definitely just gonna be sticking into the A. But he's so impactful. I think if you have it on the floor,
Yep.
so definitely an A player.
Thank you mga Insans for watching another Insans Out of Basketball. If you want more cousin talks,
Subscribe to be part of our group family. If you want more crazy takes, click on this next video.